you are a small, medium-sized business based in Britain, your IT infrastructure probably looks like this, where you have local machine connecting to the local network, and you've got firewall taking you out to the internet, and also you have got some local server doing the identity for the machine and the users, and you're doing some image backup, and you've got some file share on the server, which is probably going to the offsite backup using a probably network attached storage, or maybe you're still using the old tape method to move the files outside. And also, most probably you've got some access points wireless within the office, and you've got users logging in to the same network. And from the internet, you probably have Office 365 license, and you've got all the emails, Outlook, Word and Excel, all the apps you guys using. And most probably you've got something in Microsoft Azure, like a machine, but it's unlikely, but possibly. But then possibly you're doing cloud-to-cloud backup as well. So to modernize this system, or to minimize it, I would say get rid of all this and go to the cloud. But now you're going to ask me a question. I will bring you here. I'm not sure which. Most probably you have got business basic account, so users can log into Office apps. Or maybe you have standard, I'm not sure. But I would suggest you go for this plan, and I'll tell you why. Because if you go down, it comes with a lot of things, like obviously Outlook, all the apps, Teams, SharePoint, which you get SharePoint here as well, by the way, and in basic as well. But it has got something extra, like it has got certain security, plus it has got something called Intune. Now you're going to ask me a question, what's Intune? This system, you know, certain policies you're pushing out, you can control it from the Intune. So if you go for Office 365, Microsoft Business Premium license, you can configure all that in here, so you don't need this hardware. Plus the files you save in here are locally, and you're just running the backup, and you most probably got UPS as well, and you're making sure data is being backed up, and you've got some kind of disaster recovery plan if something goes wrong, to rebuild the server using the image and get the data from the cloud into locally. Forget all that, just move all this data to SharePoint online, which is going to be here, and server, get rid of it, let the Microsoft do the authentication bit, which they can do if you got a license, which is Business Premium. So Business Premium gives you something called Entra ID, which is the Active Directory, the modern name for it. They keep changing the name, so you authenticate with Microsoft. And using Intune, you can enforce certain policies. When I say policies, I meant the full shebang. Look at this. This is the Intune portal. So all the devices, including mobile phone devices, like a proper MDM, mobile device management, for not just for the PCs and laptops, it is for iPhone, Android, and you can create certain policies, for example, conditional access policies, where whoever logs in from wherever, you can enforce certain policies, and you can do compliance policies. You can do config here, as in push out certain policies. For example, users can only log in from certain areas, or certain IP addresses, or certain locations, and they have to have two-factor authentication. They have to have some kind of, their device needs to be compliant in order for them to connect to your Office 365 environment, if you like, to log in. Plus you got SharePoint, which you can control using the groups. All these users who log in here, Entra ID, you can enforce certain policies. So this way you can get rid of this local hardware, the extra cost for support and for managing it, for backup. Just move everything to the cloud, and Azure join or Entra join these devices here. And then it doesn't matter where you guys are, you can log in. You can work from home, there's no need to dial into the Office VPN to access these resources. Just go straight to the cloud, and it's fairly safe. And then you're going to say, okay, what about the backup? So you can do cloud-to-cloud backup. So it's all safe. And Microsoft 99.7% they don't really go wrong. So, but you do have a backup as well for compliance purpose. And you can keep the data within Britain. So some people think, oh, where the data is going to be, you can select the region UK, South or North, or anywhere within UK, and you keep data in here for compliance purpose. So business premium license, yeah, this license, just get this license and you got everything covered.